Hola Familia. Ah, it's been a minute. I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad to be here. Um, it's been a lot. So, if you want to hear all about what's been going on, stay for afterwards. I will be sharing a lot of announcements. But in the meantime, let's just dive in, okay? Let's just dive in and get going. If it's your first time seeing me, hola, my name is Comadre Cristal, and I am your spiritual life bruja, meaning that I am here to guide you, help you transform, and help you be on alignment with the highest path that's for you. So, yeah, let's just start. So today, welcome. We're going to be doing my new moon workshop. This new moon workshop is for the month of February of 2025. But remember, all of my messages are always timeless. So if you're coming across this, it's because there's a message for you. Even if there's no new moon, even if there's no new moon, even if there's nothing happening, there is a reason why you're here. So be open-minded, open heart, and you'll see your messages for you. Yeah, let's just dive in, okay? So, before we begin, as many of you know, I like to get grounded. We like to do the 3, 3, and 3 method, meaning that you inhale for 3 seconds, hold for 3 seconds, and release for 3 seconds. But I want you to do more than just breathe. I also want you to use your imagination. So, when you inhale, I want you to imagine that you're breathing in love, light, positivity, fire, and butterflies. And when you hold, I want you to imagine that all of that energy is just traveling all over your body from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, tips of your fingers. And then when you exhale, I want you to imagine that you're letting go and releasing anything that's been heavy on your heart, heavy on your mind. You just like let it out of your body with your exhale. We're going to do that 3 times. I will walk you through it. Eyes open, closed, doesn't matter. You do you and breathe, okay? So, whenever you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hold and release. Another big deep breath in. Hold and release. Last one, make it count. Biggest breath you've taken. Hold and release. Drop your shoulders. Come into the moment. There you go. All right. So, new moon, new moon energy, manifestations. So, for many of you who, one, have been following me for quite some time and know how I work, I use the moon's energy to really like make my life happen the way it needs to be happening. Um, and so new moon energy is always good for bringing in, for manifesting, for starting a new project, starting something different. And we're entering this new moon. There's already so many things that are happening. Again, I don't pretend to be an astrologer, and I'm not going to try to convince you with anything about astrology. What I do know based on other people that I follow and other people that I admire and look up to, there's a lot that's going to be happening in March. There's a lot. So this is like your big I want you to all imagine that this is like this new moon energy is a doorway, and this is like make the best of it. Make the most of it is literally like one of the biggest messages I've been hearing. And so what this means for you, because some of the energy that I'm picking up on, that's what's been going on with many people, is there's still this not playing small kind of energy, but this energy of like the unsure. That's what it is. It's unsureness. It's like there's this like you are unsure of something. I know it's so funny because as soon as I was gonna say a bunch, like Spirit gave me a huge download. Like you're unsure, like some of you are unsure about your relationships, some of you are unsure about your finances, some of you are unsure about yourself, like even like if you are in alignment on the right path. And sometimes here's the thing, it's so okay, this is what's coming through right now. For many of you, that unsureness, that feeling of not knowing or not being sure, that's all your ego. Like you are sure, you do know. It's this mindset that keeps you blocked of saying, I got to write for the right, I have to wait for the right moment. I have to wait for the right thing. I have to say the right thing. It's like, familia, like just rip it off like a band-aid. Like just rip it off like a band-aid. And of course, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if we're going to use that analogy of ripping it off like a band-aid, sometimes ripping off the band-aid hurts. It hurts like a motherfucker. So I get it. I know. And so I'm not here telling you rip it off like a band-aid because it's freaking easy. No, it's going to be painful and it might hurt. Um, However, here's the thing. It's hurting. It's already hurting with you keeping the band-aid on. So just rip it off like a band-aid, feel the feels, and keep moving forward. And that's really what I'm feeling. This new moon energy is really inviting us to start doing, of like, what are you still stopping yourself? What are you doing that is preventing you from really jumping and leaping and flying and soaring and being you? Like that's like the biggest thing, like being you. Um, so yeah, so that's what I'm seeing, a lot of this energy. Um, I do see that there's grief that many of you are still needing to process or are still processing. And remember, grief is grief is so all over the place, is what I'm being told. Like grief, there's the grief you are experiencing is the grief of your old life. And not saying like the old like it's this feeling of you're no longer the same person you once were. You know this at your core. You have to grieve that. Like that's a grieving process. And in the five stages of grief, we got to go through them. We cannot skip over grief. So many of you, I'm getting the message for many of you who have been feeling down, or who have been feeling a little depressed, or feeling a little sad, or feeling a little disconnected. That's part of the grief. That's part of the grieving process. So feel what you got to feel. Don't force yourself to be happy. Don't force yourself to feel joy when technically you have to feel the grief and then you can feel the joy. But what I'm hearing with this grief is that many of you feel like you feel stuck in your grief. And so, familia, like the best thing right now with this grief is on it really, it's you got to feel it. You got to feel it. And the main thing, I'm gonna call some of you out because I have to. You're not the victim. You're not the victim. Yes, there there are situations, there are people, there are things that have absolutely caused harm in your life, 100%. And you have been hurt. Yes. And you still have choices. You do not have control of what has happened in your life, but you do have control of how you're going to react to it. And and the victim mentality for some of you, it's really this mentality of like poor me kind of thing. And I'm not trying to come here and be like, you don't get to be the victim. Like, no, like again, feel those feelings, feel the sadness, feel the grief, acknowledge it. Say, I see you there. I see the pain. I see the hurt. I see what you've done. And then go from there. Um, because that's really what's going to help you in moving forward, acknowledging it, like seeing the pain, seeing the hurt, seeing what has been caused to you, and then saying, but you're not defining me. You do not define me. Yes, this happened to me, and yet that does not define me. It added to your story. It has added to you as a person, as a human being, but it's not the end all be all of everything. It's like you are not your pain. It's all about what are you going to take that pain and how are you going to make it? What are you going to do to learn from that pain? Because here's the thing, and this is the energy I'm getting with this new moon. It's you cannot sit in the victimhood anymore. And the grief that's been lingering has kind of kept many of you in that victimhood of like, oh, this is the life I get and da da da. It's like, yes, this is the life you get. 100%. And yes, yes, for many of you, it's not wonderful and there's challenges and it's, I mean, of course, that's life. And you can still embrace it and accept it of saying, you know what? Universe, spirit has given me everything that I need. Because you do. Everything that you have is because you need that. That includes the lessons. And once you really harness that energy, that's when things are going to start making sense for you. And that's when things are going to start aligning. It's like when you start to see, oh, the cause and effect. If this happens, then that's what happens. I hope that makes sense. But it's knowing that all of your actions, all of your decisions will have consequences, good and bad, all of them. So if you are sitting in that mentality of grief and not mentality of grief, if you're sitting in the feelings of grief and telling yourself that you deserved it or that this is what you get or you're beating yourself up because that's what spirit's telling me. Like some of you are just being very mean to yourselves and the way you're talking to yourself. Again, that is your choice. You're doing that to yourself. No one's doing it to you. Holy moly. Spirit's like coming at you, guys. But yeah, like you did this, you're doing this to yourself. Yes, acknowledge it, see it, accept it. Then what are we going to do? And that's what this new moon is really all about. And that's what Spirit's telling me. Like, I want you all to start really like face, oh, yeah, face the person in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and see all these parts of you. And if you start to go down the path of resentment or anger or guilt or bitterness, I want you to like reframe that and start looking at the strength. Start looking at your magic, your power. Like again, you are very special. You are very unique. You are one of a kind. Period. There's no doubt about it. And if you I just heard right now, and if as I'm saying this and you're doubting what I'm saying, familia, that right there is the issue. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because if you are not in a place to accept this love, accept this these beautiful words or this beautiful energy, you are blocking yourself from your manifestations. You are blocking yourself from your happiness. So the grief that I was mentioning earlier, that's where it all starts from. Feel the feelings. Absolutely. And remember that feelings are not facts. They're not. They feel like facts. 100. Trust me, I'm a very emotional person. I know. I could get in my head about my feelings. And then I remind myself, but they're not facts. These are the facts. These are like the facts. Everything else, the in between, that's your ego. That's you just trying to fill the answers, trying to find answers. Sometimes we don't need to know. Sometimes we just need to accept. Sometimes we just have to like ex let it be. I know that is so hard. I know, familia. I know. I know from experience. It is so hard. Okay. So that's a lot of the energy I'm feeling right now. So if this is all resonating, great. This message is for you. If it's not resonating, you're still here, that's great. Stick around. There's still a message for you. But again, remember, this is a collective reading. So take what you like and leave the rest. And we just go with it, okay? So let's ask spirit what's going on, like with your manifestation, whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, whatever it is that you want to use this new moon energy to bring into your life. Let's ask spirit, what is it that is like, what is one thing that you need to keep in mind? Like, what is a blockage that you should be keeping in mind as you're manifesting? Because again, remember, you cannot bring in if you're not acknowledging your shit. I mean, it's the truth. It really is. So okay, Spirit, what's going on? What is it that my familia, what's blocking them? What's happening? Mm. We got the Two of Pentacles. Oh, with the Three of Swords underneath the deck. Okay. This is all making sense of what I was talking about earlier. Let me, I'm going to start with the Three of Swords underneath the deck because it's underneath the deck. So for me, it's telling me like this is saying this is kind of like stuff of the past, not necessarily as in like last year past. Like this is things that you are aware of. This is nothing new. Again, it's that broken heart. It's that grief. It's that pain. It's that sorrow. Many of you are experiencing this or have been experiencing it, Spirit just said, like for quite some time. Like this is not this is not new to you. Like this, when you see this, you're like, yep, 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 yep. That's damn. That's how I feel. Yeah, this is it. And so, but it's not like it's not the blockage anymore. It's something that you're aware of. But now that you're aware of it, the blockage is coming out of that because that's where the Two of Pentacles comes out. And that Two of Pentacles is all about that intersection. It's all about the balance of things. So with this new moon, one of your blockages is going to be how are you going to move into this manifestation? How are you going to bring this into fruition? What is it? Your goals, your dreams, your desires, whatever it is that you, familia, want to use this energy with. How are you going to balance the duality of your feminine energy and your masculine energy? Because you need both of those energies. And that's duality. Now, for many people, I'm hearing if you like, I'm hearing this specifically. If you are a person who is very deeply connected with their feminine energy, we also need to invite in that masculine energy. And it's either you bring it into your life or you go to a friend, a partner, significant other, your actual partner, like whatever it is that feels right for you, that can balance that masculine energy. Opposite goes too. If you're a person who's deep into their masculine, go out and look for that feminine energy. We need to start balancing the two. Like you cannot, this is what I'm hearing. Your manifestations cannot come into fruition if you are not balanced with both energies. Okay. And the masculine energy is it's funny because spirit is like you wants me to use some examples. That masculine energy is the energy of the doer, the provider, the one that just gets shit done, action, moving forward, let's get things going. Like it's that moving forward kind of energy. The feminine energy is the opposite. It's the loving, the nurturing, the I'm just gonna sit back and let everyone take care of me, let everyone love me. And the masculine is the opposite of like, no, like I need to move forward. Well, there needs to be balance with both of them. So what I'm hearing, especially with this new moon energy, after this, when we do the meditation, we're gonna sit with these feelings of where are you at? Are you leaning more into your masculine or are you leaning more into your feminine? And then once you really see which one you're leaning into the most, then I want you to invite you to really look at how can you bring in more femininity into your life? How can you bring in more masculinity into your life? And again, this isn't about males and females. This is about the energy. It's like, so for example, if you are deep in your masculine and you want to bring in more femininity, like and again, not the girly shit, but the nurturing, loving stuff. Like, for example, I'm hearing it's like I'm hearing flowers. So like bring in more flowers into your home or bring out or out of your home, just more of that, or even like more self-love and self-care. Go out, have lunch by yourself, or go out and enjoy time by yourself. Just be nurturing, loving on yourself. Whereas the masculine energy, it's that like if you are just chilling at home all the time, go out, do more. Like again, you don't have to interact with people. Because as soon as I said that, I heard like I heard a lot of, but I heard many feeling like, oh, I have to hang out with people. You don't have to hang out with people. I'm just saying, like, tap into that energy of just going out there and being out there, but then also receive the love. And so that's a lot of the blockages that I'm seeing for many of you that need to be aware of as you're bringing in your manifestations is how can I balance the two? And when it comes to, it's so funny that I'm going to be talking about this. I actually have a workshop on how to bring in abundance and how to manifest abundance in your life and how to manifest whatever it is that you want in your life. So if you're interested in this workshop, hit me up. And and the thing is that what I really want to specify here, and I talk about it in the workshop, it's you need to, when you manifest, you need to have faith. Put it out there. That's the feminine energy of like, I know it's going to be taken care of because I'm taken care of always. So you put it out there and then you use the masculine energy to be like, okay, and now I'm going to do direct action. Meaning I put it out there, but then when it comes to me, I'll go for it. I'm not going to sit back and be like, oh my gosh, this is scary. Of course, you can sit back and feel the feelings. However, you still need to make direct action. So that's the balance I'm talking about. It's there's also this balance of playing hard and working hard together. Again, in order for you to play hard, you got to work hard. In order to work hard, you got to play hard. There has to be balance. You if you're just working and not enjoying life, you're off balance. If you're enjoying life so much, but there's no structure, again, there needs to be balance. That's what it is all about. How can you manifest what it is that you want to manifest in a balanced way? Yeah. So that's your challenge. So now that I gave you all this and let's ask Spirit for some tips. What are some tips that can help La Familia balance these two um energies? What's going on? What is it? What's some tips? Okay. So we got the King of Swords with the Ace of Wands underneath the deck. So the King of Swords, it's stepping into the power of one, the power of knowledge, the power of knowing that you know everything, and the power of just and not to sound cocky. It's not like the I know everything, not that kind of energy. It's the energy of like I know. I just it is what it is. This is life. It's almost like this radical acceptance. And it's radical acceptance because you've lived it. It's radical acceptance because you've already accepted, like, I like been there, done that. I get it. I know. I know. And that's the energy that's really gonna help you bring in your manifestations and get past this blockage of the disbalance that many of you are facing. Believe in yourself. That's the number one thing I need you all to do because the King of Swords is that energy of, yeah, I did that shit. Yeah, I built that shit. Yes, I did that shit. Yes, I am the shit. It's like that energy, but it's all in your heads. It's all logical. It doesn't have to make it doesn't have to make sense in the way of, oh, how do I put it? No, I'm gonna actually backtrack a little. This is how it's coming out. It's that intuitive, I just know it. The thing is with the King of Swords, it's you know it because you've lived it. You've done it. Like the King of Swords energy is that doer. It's the one who just like I'm gonna build my empire. If I gotta do the work, then I will build it. You've done that, familia. Many of you have done that. You've done that so many times. And for many of you who are struggling and accepting this, I really want you to take a moment and look and reflect on your life. Look at all of the things you've endured. Look at all of the things you've gone past. Also, take a look at everything that caused so much stress and worry, and look where you're at now. Yeah. You did that. You did that. No one else did that for you. Yes, you've had support with yes, you've had friends, you've had loved ones, you had your spirit team, and yet at the end of the day, you're the one who did that. Because that's what I'm trying, that's where I'm tying everything at. You're the one who has the choice. You're the one who has the power. We all have choices here. You're not the victim of your life. Familia, you're not the victim of your life. And the King of Swords really taps into this energy of like, yeah, because I'm the one who did it. I'm the throne of knowledge. I'm the one who knows everything. I've lived through everything. I've done through everything. Give yourself a lot more credit and give yourself a lot more grace. Because I'm also hearing this need for perfectionism, this need of it needs to be cookie cutter perfect. Well, I laugh. Well, let me all tell you now. It doesn't work that way. No one, perfection is not even a real thing. And two, for many of us, especially if you're here in the United States watching this video, you already know. Perfectionism really comes from colonialism and white supremacy. Like, I'm not even gonna go down that path. Just no, perfectionism is an illusion. There's no such thing as perfection. And that King of Swords energy knows that. It's like, yeah, but I'm still proud of the work I've done. Yes, it's not, I just heard, yes, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm sure as hell where I need to be. Familia, you are where you need to be. And once you accept that and embrace that and find the balance of that, that's when shit goes off. And that's when your manifestations come into fruition. Trust me. Trust me. It's like the story of my life right there. And then with the Ace of this is Wands. Ace of Wands underneath the deck, it's really again, it's that burst of energy because I don't know, Familia. I mean, I have been feeling it. If you're watching this, anytime you're watching this, if you have been feeling bursts of energy coming out of nowhere, this is all just confirmation. Like there's this burst of energy that's coming through, and it's the roots of fire. So it's like that the beginning stages of amazing shit that can happen. But it's only going to happen if you let go and let God. It's only going to happen if you step back and acknowledge your work, embrace your journey, and then keep moving forward in your divine energy of divine feminine and your divine energy of divine masculine. I'm just saying, like, it's there. The biggest block is one. I mean, the biggest block, as we can see, is the balance of the two energies. But at the end of the day, that's you because you're the one who has power. You're the one who has choices here. So so step into this energy of the King of Swords of like, I know, I believe, I affirm it, I confirm it. It's mine because I did it because I've worked for it because I built this shit. I've done this shit. Yeah. Okay, that's all I'm getting for that. So let's close this out with your chisme. As you all know, this is your chisme from spirit. This can be confirmation, words of affirmation. I don't know, but one sword just fell out and it went in reverse. So we got the Eight of Swords that fell out with the Knight of Wands and the Sun underneath the deck. Oh, Spirit, you're so good to my familia. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Eight of Swords in reverse. This is good because I mean, Eight of Swords already looks like it's not this is not a painful card, but it's that for me, it's always been that reminder of the things in our life that again are holding us back. We hold ourselves back. We allow our problems, our anxieties, our fears, our insecurities, we technically allow them to control our lives because we are aware of it and if we don't do anything about it, we don't do anything about it. And that's what the Eight of Swords represents. However, because it's in reverse, it's telling me like, but we're moving past this. Like you many of you have been on this path. I mean, I always say this. If you're here watching my videos, it's because one, you've been on your path. You already know what it is that you want to do and how you want to work on your healing and what you want to do to bring in, what you want to do to manifest, what you want to do to transform, what you want to do to heal. Like you're here. So you know. And this is just confirmation that yes, you've been doing it. You've been seeing it. You are seeing your own shit and you're not running away. You're facing it and saying, "Yes, I see you. I see you." So, but what are we going to do? How are we going to work this? And that's the Knight of Wands energy right behind it. So you're gonna fuck shit up. That's what you're gonna do. The Knight of Wands is that fire starter. And so it's again that burst of energy that many of you are feeling. Spirit's saying, okay, what are we gonna do with this energy? Let's go. What are we gonna do? You can, I mean, it's so funny because this is like it's a flame, but I've always seen it like a paintbrush. And so it always makes me think of the world is your oyster. Decorate it, color it, enjoy it, have fun with it. Get out of your head. Get out of and you know it's so funny because as I say get out of your head, I'm not saying like ignore the thoughts or ignore like it's more of like stop overthinking and just fucking do it. Just do it. Wow, I'm cursing a lot today. Just do it. Yes, you're going to mess up. hmm Yes, it might be painful. Yes, you might completely make a fool of yourself. But here's the thing, familia, if you don't do it, you'll never know. And to be quite honest with you, the what ifs bother me way more than the knowing. Like a majority of the time, actually, every single time. Every single time I like prevent myself from doing something because out of fear, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. And then when I finally say fuck it, let's just do it. And when I do it, I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Because again, your ego, like we come up with crazy scenarios in our heads. That's what I mean by get out of your head. Just do it. Just do it. Nike, just do it. And that's what the Knight of Wands energy is all about. So spirit, your Chisme spirit really wants you to know it's tap into this energy of just saying fuck it and do it. Like embrace it and have fun with it. Don't, it's so funny because what I'm hearing is don't do things a lo pendejo, which translated in Spanish, like don't do things stupidly. Pendejo sounds more, ugh. I mean, as you all know, I love Spanglish. Don't do things a lo pendejo. Don't do that. Like be smart about it. Be reasonable about it, but also don't go so stringent that you're stopping yourself. Because that's exactly what I was talking about with the Two of Pentacles, and it is all coming into circle right now. Is if you want to okay. Spirit's like use yourself as an example. Okay, spirit. I have started manifesting love into my life. And not necessarily love as a romantic partner. I mean, absolutely. I'm not saying no to that. I'm just manifesting love in general, like love, more love in my household, more love with my family, with my kids, with my animals, with myself, and with a significant other if it comes up. The thing is that with the balance I was talking about earlier, it's so I put it out there. Okay, I'm ready for love. Bring me love. All kinds of love. I will like show me. The action part, and this is where the Knight of Wands is, then go have fun with it. If you want to bring in love, I know it's so funny because I tell this to a lot of my clients and a lot of my friends. I say this all the time. Stop trying to manifest a boyfriend if you're gonna sit at home and do nothing all day. Don't work that way. And the reason why I'm saying that because for many of you, I this is why I'm using this as an example because many of you are going through this right now too. If you want to manifest someone or significant other, you have to then have fun with it, enjoy it. Because if you're over here saying, I want to manifest this, I want to manifest that, but then you don't take the risk of doing it, then what's the point? What's the point? And that's what the Knight of Wands is really telling you, familia. Have fun. Go. Those fears, those insecurities, yes, they're still there. Those don't go away overnight. They don't magically disappear. I mean, that's part of the healing process. However, once you acknowledge it and once you know it, then you can challenge it. You can challenge it. And the challenging part is the fun part. And then with the sun underneath the deck, familia, and that's when you sit back and enjoy and have a good time. That's when you can sit back and trust and flow and accept the gifts that the universe has for you, the blessings that come your way. I mean, the sun is such a beautiful card and it's such a powerful message because it really is about spirit saying, I'm here. I got you. Look up to me. I will give you everything you want. You just gotta trust and believe that you are worthy of it. Because many of you, your insecurities and your fears and your and these thought processes that many of you go through is truly what's holding you back. And and it's the balance of these two energies, the masculine and the feminine, is really what's going to help. But if you cannot find that balance, it's going to be challenging. So let's start with that, Familia. Let's start with knowing and balancing your energies. If you are having a hard time understanding your masculine, your feminine energy, hit me up. That's what I'm here for. I have a whole 10-week program, a whole 10-week program dedicated to helping you unlock your inner potential, unlocking that inner comadre, inner compadre, or inner comextre. So again, no one's stopping you but yourself. Sometimes you just got to take a leap. But anyways, okay, this was good. This was so good. Okay, so let's get comfortable. As many of you know, now we're gonna go ahead and light a candle, and when the candle is lit, I'm going to we're gonna do a meditation so I can bring this all into fruition for you guys, into your subconscious and your conscience. And we'll light a candle. I have my petition paper too. We will burn the petition afterwards. I'm writing the collective one. You can write whatever you want to write, whatever you want to manifest. Um, I'm doing a collective one. You can write the same thing I am writing or whatever feels right for you. So, as a reminder, so I'm going to walk you through this. You can fast forward until we get to this point. You can pause, whatever time you do you. So, as a reminder, on the top part of your petition, I personally like to write my full name and date of birth. Because this is a collective one, I will write La Familia, and then I'll write today's date. Oh, hi, Nettie Lynn, my little cat. She hasn't done this in a while. I love when my cats come and join me with my magic. I love it. But anyways, okay. So I want you all to write or start writing this. Under the full moon, under this new moon, under this new moon, I invite in balance of my divine feminine and divine masculine energies. Okay, under this new moon, I invite in balance of my divine feminine and divine masculine to bring in my or manifestation of, and then familia, whatever you want to manifest. I will be using this energy to manifest for all of you exactly what this energy was saying about using the Knight of Wands energy. So I'm going to write, bring in the manifestation of joy, fun, creativity, and passion. This is a good one. And then reminder, fold it in towards you. Okay. So when you fold it in, you can fold it as many times as you want. It's not that big of a paper, so I'm just going to fold it at once. Fold it towards me. I am going to put it underneath my candle. Here's my candle. Set the intention that this candle, as it lights and burns, brings in all of our manifestations that we are requesting from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. After this, I will let it burn in my, I'll move the candle to my altar and I'll let it burn in front of my altar. For those of you who are curious, I work with Mother Mary, so she's on my altar. So again, that's me preference. You can do whatever you want. I'm just putting it out there of what I'm doing. So you can accept it or deny it. That's your choice. Okay. We're ready for the manifestation. We are ready for the meditation. So candle is lit. Get comfortable. You can light your own candle. Okay. Go ahead. Close your eyes. Get comfortable, whatever it is that you want. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose, all the way in. Hold. And release. Let it all go. Another deep breath in, all the way in. Fill your lungs, hold on top. And release. Let it all go. Drop your shoulders, relax your body. Another big deep breath all the way in. Make it the biggest one you've taken all day. Hold on top. Hold. Hold. And release. Let it all go. Just focus on your breathing in and out. I'm going to be sending you energy, so don't panic. Just breathe. Focus on your breathing. If you catch your thoughts going anywhere, just catch them, bring them back. I want you to imagine that in front of you is a beautiful bonfire. This is your inner fire. This is the fire that gives you energy. This is your connection to source. So there's no right or wrong to this. Just imagine a bonfire right in front of you. We're going to connect with our bonfire using our 5 senses. So go ahead and take a look around you. What do you see around your bonfire? Or what does your bonfire look like? Get in and take in as many details as possible. Breathe in and out. Focus on your fire. I want you to now bring your awareness to the smell. If you can go ahead and inhale through your nose and just take a smell around you and imagine what your bonfire would smell like. What do you smell? It could even be smells that bring you joy or bring you happiness. Breathe in and out. Bring your awareness to the listening. I want you to take a moment and just listen to your bonfire. Listen to the things around you. Breathe in and out. Bring your awareness to the taste. If your bonfire had a taste, what would it taste like? Be things that you enjoy tasting, things that you love, your favorite flavors, whatever it is. Bring your awareness to the touch. If you could touch your bonfire, what would it feel like? Would it feel warm, cold, super hot? Or even do an internal check and ask yourself, how are you feeling in this moment? What emotion is coming up for you? Breathe in and out. Acknowledge and let it go. Don't overanalyze. It's okay. So what do you see? What do you smell? What do you hear? What do you taste? And what do you feel with your bonfire? I want you to now imagine that from this beautiful bonfire comes out a beautiful butterfly. This is your inner butterfly. This is the butterfly that guides you, protects you, shows you your path. It's the butterfly that is your connection to source. And I want you to imagine that this butterfly is flying towards you. And right behind it, leaving a beautiful white line, almost like a trail of protection. And your butterfly starts to circle around you, wrapping you up in this cocoon of protection. Butterfly is going around and around and around in circles around you, wrapping you up in this protection of cocoon. And as it starts to finish wrapping you up in your cocoon, it lands on the top of your head, leaving down energy of protection going down your face, down your neck, down your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your stomach, your hips, your thighs, your legs, your feet, going down, connecting you further down to the roots of Mother Earth. So you're connected above and below in your cocoon of protection. You are safe, you are protected. If there's any thoughts, it's okay. Acknowledge them and let them be. I want you to take a moment and think about those insecurities, those fears, or that grief that you are holding on to. And just think about whatever it is that is coming up for you as you think about it. And imagine that your butterfly sucks it up out of you, sucks up that grief, that emotion, that insecurity, that fear, that pain, whatever it is. Imagine that your butterfly just takes it from your body, sucks it out of you, out of that cocoon. Any fears, just hand it over. Breathe in and out. I'm sending you energy. So just breathe in and out. Think of all these insecurities, what's blocking you, what's stopping you, what's keeping you unbalanced. Hand it all to your butterfly. What are you scared of? What is your fear? If this manifestation or this desire that you have with this new moon, if it was to come into fruition tomorrow, what scares you about it? And if nothing scares you, that's okay. Don't go digging up fear. Breathe in and out. I want you to now imagine that your butterfly is flying back into the bonfire, taking everything you just gave it, all those thoughts, all those fears, all those insecurities, all those doubts, taking it back into the bonfire to let it all burn away. And I want you to imagine as everything is burning away, as you see it burning, I want you to feel lighter. I want you to feel it ripple through your body, this lightness, almost like you're floating. Everything that's been heavy is lifted from your body. Breathe in and out. I want you to now imagine that from this beautiful bonfire comes out your inner comadre, inner compadre, or inner comextre. This is your inner self, the highest version of yourself. And they're walking towards you. I want you to pay attention to everything. What they're wearing, the way they carry themselves, the energy that they carry. And they stop in front of you and give you a big hug, full of love, full of pride, full of energy, full of whatever it is that you need in this moment. And start to receive all of it. This is your moment to ask your higher self for anything that you want, anything that you desire. You want to speak your manifestations, now is the time. What is it that you need in order to find balance in your life? What is it that you need to feel more joy? What is it that you need to feel more passion? What is it that you need to have more fun in life? Ask for it. Ask for anything that your heart desires. Breathe in and out. I'm sending you energy, so keep breathing. Keep focusing on what makes you happy. Breathe in and out. I want you to imagine the feeling of joy and let that vibrate through your body. I want you to imagine the feeling of when you have fun and let that radiate through your body. The feeling of passion. Let that just ripple through your body. Breathe in and out. If you have any questions for your higher self, now's the time to ask. Breathe in and out. It's time to start sending your higher self back into the bonfire. As they walk away, I want you to sit with gratitude, that feeling of gratitude. Gratitude that all of your prayers have been answered. Gratitude that everything you want is coming into your life. Everything you desire, everything you deserve. Sit with that gratitude and that knowledge of knowing it's coming your way. And it's going to come all in divine timing. So just sit with that knowing that it's going to happen. So be it. Breathe in and out. It's time to start putting your bonfire away. There's no right or wrong. You can come back to your bonfire whenever you want. It's always inside of you. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in, all the way in, hold, and release. Let it all out. Bring awareness back into your body. Open your eyes if you haven't done so already. Welcome back. So, here is our petition with the candle right here. And I'm going to light it. I have my cauldron here. Safety first, everyone. Always know, always remember, safety first. So yeah, there's our petition. You can do whatever you want with your petition. As you all know, I like to use the 4 elements. So you can burn it, you can rip it up and put it in water, bury it, or throw it in the wind, or you can just simply throw it away. Whatever feels right for you. Remember, this is your manifestations. Whatever feels right for you. Use your discernment. Okay? So there's that. Our candles right here. I am going to move it to my altar and let the rest do what it's got to do. Thank you all so much for being here with me on this amazing new moon workshop for the month of February. I'm excited to see where this is going to take us. If you want to stay for announcements, I don't have that many, but if you want to stay, I'm happy for you to stay. But yeah, other than that, we're done. So thank you all so much for being here. With all of that, I am sending you all so much fire and butterflies. And as always, don't forget, love your now. Bye. Okay, announcements. Familia. You know what? Let me first start off by thanking each and every one of you so profoundly with all of my heart, with all of my essence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to take a step back and literally go MIA from everything from my YouTube channel to my business to even like my friendships. I had to take a step back. And it's been a lot. I am in the process of not creating, I am working on my next podcast episode where I'm really going to talk a lot of details about it. So I won't share a lot of what's been going on here. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. I'm also in the middle of a rebranding, not necessarily rebranding like Love Your Naco Madre, but kind of like how I'm being put out there. So my website is under construction. You can always go check it out. I mean, I'm updating it as I go. But yeah, there's a lot of shifts and pivoting that I've been doing these last like literally 6 months. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Be on the lookout if you're not subscribed to my email list, go check it out. It's on the description. That's where you can sign up to be subscribed to my daily, not daily, more like my monthly updates. That's where I really send in a lot of the stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still trying to figure out my relationship with social media. So if you really want to know what's up to date with Love Your Naco Madre, email list is the best way to get a hold of me. Or not get a hold of me, but know what's up. I'm not I'm not feeling it, familia. I'm not feeling it. I'm not gonna lie. Um, yeah, that's really it. I mean, I have so many other things to share, but that's like for my podcast, so I'm just gonna share it there. In the meantime, thank you all so much for loving me and being through these things with me, this transition with me. I'm still here. I'm still around. I am no longer doing one-on-one appointments, so that's the biggest announcement. Um, I'm only I'm only doing coaching like the 10-week program. I'm not doing one-on-ones anymore. And it's just like I'm being pulled in various other directions and for my own well-being, like I can't do these anymore. But it's not a bad thing. Yeah, I'm still here. It's not like I'm not, but go on my website. All the information's there. Okay, that's it. That's all my announcements. Thank you. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next month. Bye.